Hey everyone, and welcome back. I'm Rick Fussell and this is the Ingrain Workshop. I hope everyone had a wonderful holiday season. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to sharpen chisels and hand plan blades using the Scary Sharp sharpening system. That's coming up next here at the Ingrain Workshop. So the first thing we want to do is put our chisel in our DIY honing guide and set the angle to 25 degrees. Now, I do have a video on how to make this DIY honing guide, and I'll leave a link in the video here to where you can go to view that. And then the next thing is to go to the horizontal belt sander. I believe I have 80 grit sandpaper on it. And without running it, just run it back and forth just to establish that 25 degree bevel on the chisel. These chisels didn't quite have a 25 degree bevel, so I went ahead and just decided to make a new 25 degree bevel on this particular chisel. So here's a closer view of the beveled end of the chisel, and you can see I've went ahead and probably removed half the material. You can look at the machine marks or the grit marks where I've basically resanded half the bevel, and I'm just going to continue doing this on the horizontal belt sander at 80 grit until I've reestablished the 25 degree bevel on the chisel. So as you can see, based on the tool marks, we've now reestablished the 25 degree bevel on the end of the chisel, so we're good to go. The next thing we're going to do is move over to the Scary Sharp sharpening system, and we're going to start sharpening at 120 grit. Now, if you want to know how to build this Scary Sharp sharpening system, I'll leave a link in the video here to where you can build your own Scary Sharp sharpening system. So it's personal preference here. If you want to put a micro bevel on the end of your chisel, you can make the adjustment here to maybe a 26 degree bevel, but we're going to go ahead and just leave it at 25 and start here at the 120 grit with a little water and go ahead and sharpen the edge of the chisel. So after about 12 to 15 strokes, you're going to feel a little burr building up on the back side of the chisel, and at that point I'm going to take and just flip the chisel over and sand the back side of the chisel flat, and that's just going to knock off that burr. And then what I'm going to do is start progressively going through the different grits, and please make sure that you clean your chisel after each grit because you don't want to transfer any of the heavier grit to your finer grit. So this is going to be a matter of personal preference, but I have my Scary Sharp sharpening system set up with the starting grit at 120, then 220, 400, 800, 1000, and 2500. Again, this is personal preference, but that's how I've got my system set up, so I can just progressively go through the different grits till you almost get to a polished edge. And again, I repeat the same process from grit to grit. I do 10 to 20 strokes, then I knock the burr off the back, clean off the blade, and then move up to the next grit. So once you reach the 2500 grit, you can see the polished edge on this bevel. It's, it's razor sharp. It can shave hair, cut paper. It's as sharp as you're going to need a chisel. Now that's scary sharp. And you can always tell the sharpness by how polished the beveled edge is. So next, we're going to move over to the hand plane blades, and I've got my angle set up at 30 or 35 degrees, I can't recall. But again, the process is exactly the same with the hand plane blades as it was for the chisel. I'm just going to start here at 120 grit and work my way all the way through the different progressions and grits of sandpaper, all the way up to 2500. And this is my complete setup, the Scary Sharp sharpening system and the DIY honing guide. Well, that's going to wrap up this video. I hope this video helps you out, and if it did, then please leave it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel and you like DIY and woodworking projects, then I highly recommend that you smash that subscribe button. It's free and painless, and I'd also ask that you click on that bell icon. That way you'll be notified of all our upcoming videos. To all my existing subscribers, I really appreciate all the support that you've given this channel. I'll leave links here to where you can build your own Scary Sharp sharpening system. I'll also leave a link here to where you can build your own DIY honing guide. I'll also leave links in the video description below to both those videos. I think they're very useful videos and will help you sharpen your chisels and your hand planes at a very inexpensive cost. I'm Rick with the Ingrain Workshop. We'll see you next time. Have a wonderful day and God bless.